Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right away, they'll change the look. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
And now they'll shift things around. Here's McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. It's Williamson. And getting this just shy of midfield, will spot it at the 49.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. It's Williamson. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Now McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. It's Williamson. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing again, McCarthy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Well, the Vikings hit 9-3 here on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On 1st down, French. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
That's good. Vikings, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's a hard-earned yard there as he takes a pretty good jolt at the end of that one.
Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Jarrett looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he goes out of bounds just shy. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Another run for Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this play still live. He faked the spike. Going to throw it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. Their first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 14, Lions nothing.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Looking to throw. Phillips. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Going right back to Ferguson. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Gibbs again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you got to get something.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Lions 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Loose inside the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now thrown incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
In motion right, that's Williams. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Inside the 10.
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Jamison Williams.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Throws right side, and that's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
He finds his man complete. It's Williamson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Williamson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that That one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll change things up. Third down from the gun, McCarthy. And that will be incomplete.
McCarthy's pass, intended for number 11, incomplete.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So he's been automatic to this point in the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
They're on the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
Second and 9. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Third and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. This now a third and 4. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Phillips. And his throw here is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
To throw is Phillips from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Phillips. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Looking to throw. Phillips. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. That one down the field for Ferguson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Gibbs straight ahead. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Phillips. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half. They're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the The big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Curtis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis. And oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Lions' 16-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Williamson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. It's Williams on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. McCarthy off the play fake. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now an audible here into something else. To the air again, McCarthy. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight. Beginning to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. St. Brown in motion right. Now Phillips. Off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
Back to throw. Phillips. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 42 yards. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Phillips from the gun on third down. And that's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Thomas will come in motion right. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Here's McCarthy.
He finds his man complete. That's Williamson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
To the air with McCarthy.
Escaping the pressure right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Vikings are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Phillips. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams back in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now McCarthy. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy. That is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing is McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Third and goal, McCarthy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Third and 9 here.
Looking to throw. Phillips.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. 2nd and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Williamson.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll run on 1st down. It's Williamson. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant